Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stacy with Plan on Charms, and today we've got a reveal video for Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. This is a true crime themed, and yeah, so let's get into it. This one I didn't do a step-by-step work through like I have with some of my other journals, just because there was a lot that I was doing behind the scenes to assemble it, some research and stuff like that. But anyways, let's get into it. So I put this as a cover page here, and I actually put a piece of acetate over the front, just, for another added layer. But yeah, I just put case number, and then put a couple of different magazine covers of some, true crime cases that have happened throughout the years. And then here I've got a little flap here. We've got Sher-Loc and Drop It, which is the name of our group. And then on the inside, we've got a little read me. So this is my letter here to everyone, just, talking about the journal and do's and don'ts and that sort of thing. So, oh my goodness. I think I put the envelope on there too tight and flat because it wants to struggle. I'm hoping that it will loosen up a little bit once, it's gone through a few people. And then on this side here, we've got the chain of custody. So, and then there is a check-in folder. So this here is just, the chain of custody is just basically the check-in page. So everyone writes their information down on when they, so the name, so the detective is their name, evidence received, so the date that they received it, and then evidence released, the date that they sent it off, jurisdiction, so where they're from, and then any investigator's notes. So there's that. And I just love how this turned out here. And I probably could have just attached the folder here to open up, but I had already put the envelope down, so figured I'll just put the file inside. And I did cut the file on my Cricut. Okay, so we've got that. And I just thought that was a fun little check-in page. And then we've got podcasts. So any true crime podcasts that they like to listen to or watch, if it's on YouTube, they can put the information. And then this is, like an evidence board, but put our pictures. And then we had 2 last-minute people join our group. So instead of redoing the whole thing, I just decided to add 2 more pictures there. And then here is a few images and whatnot from Ted Bundy, who is actually sadly local to where I currently live. And then we've got social media. So again, I added a little spot here for 2 more, but on here we've got social media information so that we can share the love and follow each other. And got those. And then here is pretty fun. I have different areas for collages throughout. If they wanted to add something kind of like I did with this, they can do that throughout. But this is the suspects, so the about us. So this is what it looks like. Information about me and my husband, and then just some stickers of things I like, books, coffee, that kind of thing. And then just some funny information about me. And so I have a spot for everyone to fill out here throughout. And then again, we've got collage areas, so I'm leaving it open for them to create any stuff on these blank pages. And then this is the evidence section, is what I called it. And this is just some stuff for us to complete together. So we've got an autopsy that we will each add a little something to it. And then got a couple of blank pages here, so you can add whatever. And then this area here, we can draw the suspect. So each person can draw a different area of the suspect here, from the hair all the way down to shoulders. Thought that was kind of fun. And then over on this side, they can put their initials or whatever, or initial it on this side. It's up to them. And then I thought it would be fun to add in some, oh goodness, my fingers must be really dry or something, because they don't want to pull pages apart. Let me add some lotion here. So in this next section, there's a bunch of crime puzzles that they can solve if they want to, do part of the puzzle, all of the puzzle. It's just, you know, fun things. So it has, actually not this section, this is just difficulty, how to play, that kind of thing. But there's different cases, and it talks about like the suspect, the clues, and then who you think it was, the location, and the tool or method they killed the person with. So just kind of fun at it. There's 15 different cases, so they can do 1 or 2 or whatever. And then next section is case files. So this is a section to use for areas, or for cases that are close to you. You know, if it's someone you know, or happened in the area that you lived. So this is the one that I did. So Kristen Smart, she vanished in '96 from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. And so this is just information about her case and everything. So I added that in, and then, you know, talked about that a little bit. And then we've got next section, if I go missing. So over on the Crime Junkie website, they actually have this document here. It's called If I Go Missing. And so it just has all kinds of information about you and stuff like that, so that if you go missing, your loved ones have all of this information to help locate you. But yeah, I mean, I probably don't need to add in all of, because there's a lot of pages for the relationships, but I mean, it's fine. I put this in here and then told them that they can either make a copy of it or go to the Crime Junkie website to print up a copy for themselves. But yeah, there is some great information in here. So if you guys don't already have one of these filled out, then go do it, especially for kids, you know, because a lot of times we don't have all the information for kids. And so because it's got information in here, and then you can add updated photos, like print out a photo instead of just having it digital on your phone. You know, it's a lot easier to have a physical printout. But you've got a spot for fingerprints, for medical information, modes of transportation, relationships, frequently visited locations. Obviously, kids don't need the financial institution, but these are great if you know, for credit cards, so that you can track someone if they're using a credit card or anything like that. You know, it's got great information. And then what to include in it. Yeah, so go take a look at it and get a copy for yourself. I will leave the information in the description box down below, but you can never be too prepared, so go do that. And then we've got more evidence here. So what this really is I printed out, or I have some paper in here that they can use to write things, make collages, and then I added in just some digital papers that I found online that if you wanted to use it for a collage or whatever, they could. But, you know, wanted to make sure that there's some fun stuff in there for them. And then I have this pocket here, is swap pocket to take some, leave some. I have some items to add in there that I haven't gotten around to yet, but I will definitely add to that before I ship it off. And then I picked up a package of these evidence bags from a thrift store, and so I wanted to include one for everyone that wants one. So I'll just, you know, leave this in the back like that, and then I just decorated the back page. But yeah, so this one is pretty freely open to let everyone decorate and add to it as they please. You know, if they wanted to put anything on the front cover here or on the outside, patches, stickers, whatever, they can. So I am not leaving this with a whole lot of rules or restrictions because it should be fun. And sadly, you know, with true crime, these cases are happening. People disappear, people get killed, and we want to share and make sure that these stories are told because not everyone knows about them. So yeah, anyways, enough of my rambling. I will leave it at that, and I will be sure to share, you know, the journals as they come in, because this again is a Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you all next time. Bye, friends.